For centuries, fishermen, divers, and travelers have reported unsettling glimpses of figures that exist only in legends.
Somebody call the sheriff!
Back up! Get away from the rail.
You hear me?
Half human, half fish. They call it a mermaid.
Is that a mermaid?
There's a mermaid!
Are these sightings ancient myths or evidence of something real? Let's find out.
They're still on us! Faster! Fishing! Oh my god, look at that! Hold on!
Now this is where things start to feel unsettling, because this time there was no blurry footage or distant sighting. In South Sulawesi, Indonesia, locals discovered what appeared to be a real mermaid washed up on the shore. It wasn't moving and left people shocked and silent. Videos spread fast, and officials quickly made it to the scene. No clear explanation followed. Some believe polluted water or toxic waste may have forced it out of the ocean, leaving it in that condition. If that's true, it raises a bigger concern, not just about what lives in the sea, but how human activity might be pushing hidden life to the surface. Alaskan chase.
They're still on us! Faster! Fishing! Oh my god, look at that!
It was late at night when a small boat sped across the Alaskan waters. The crew quickly realized they weren't alone. Something was following them. One member grabbed his phone and filmed the wake. For a brief second, a face emerged from the water, eerily human yet fish-like. It looked like a mermaid. Panic set in as the boat raced forward, chased relentlessly by the mysterious pack.
There! Why? They're still coming! They're falling behind! Keep it up! Don't let up!
The reveal. These weren't ordinary sea creatures. It was a group of mermaids moving together, hunting as one. Why did they head to the boat? Was the real question. Maybe the warning to stay away from their territory. Whatever the reason, the footage proves these ancient beings aren't always friendly.
Hold on! Right there! She almost grabbed it! Go!
Powerful merman haul. A group of fishermen pulled in a catch that stunned everyone on board. A merman. What made it shocking wasn't just what it was, but its size. The creature was so heavy and powerful that it took 3 to 4 men working together just to haul it. As soon as word spread, authorities moved fast. They arrived, took control of it. Let's just hope the next catch doesn't disappear so quietly. Shoreline merman. A man filming near a rocky shoreline noticed a bizarre creature moving through the water close to the edge. It didn't look fully human, and it didn't move like a normal fish. Many who watched believed this sighting could have been a merman. One idea quickly spread among viewers. If such a being was there, it likely wouldn't travel alone. Some believe these creatures may observe quietly from the water, revealing themselves only when they choose. Underwater secret capture. After weeks of strange sightings, officials quietly placed a hidden camera deep underwater. The goal was simple, to finally confirm what people kept reporting. For days, the footage showed nothing but dark water and drifting sand. Then everything changed. A figure slowly entered the frame. It wasn't a fish or a diver. A mermaid swam calmly past the camera and paused, almost aware it was being recorded. This wasn't shaky footage or a rumor. The mermaid was captured by an official camera, placed by the authorities themselves. Clear, unedited, and undeniable, almost as if she chose to be seen. After that, the area was declared no zone for divers, and a secret base was made. No one knows what happened next. Greenland encounter. In 2013, a submarine expedition deep off the coast of Greenland was quietly exploring marine life far below the surface. Everything felt routine, until a webbed hand suddenly pressed against the viewing window. It didn't match any known fish, and the team froze. When experts later replayed the footage, they noticed something even stranger. According to the crew, it was seen nearly 3,000 feet down. One witness said it felt like he was looking into a face, not an animal. The media later labeled it unidentified, while others went further and whispered one word: mermaid. And here's the key reminder: humans have explored only about 5% of the ocean. Who knows? There lies a world of mermaids, and one of them encounters at the right time to reveal its identity. Merman or cryptid?
No way, man.
Somebody call the sheriff!
Back up, back up! Get away from the rail.
A man filming near a quiet dock captured something nobody expected. In the footage, a pale, humanoid figure slowly rose from the water. It used its hands to grip the wooden post, pulling its upper body out of the sea. The movement was calm and controlled, not rushed. As the light hit it, a long fishtail could clearly be seen still trailing below the surface. The clip spread fast, with viewers split between calling it a cryptid or a previously unknown type of mermaid. The fact that this creature was crawling out of the water and onto the dock raises a terrifying question. Why was it coming out? Was it looking for food? Was it trying to send a warning? What's your take on it?
You hear me? Call him now!
It's looking right at us.
Oh my god.
It's sliding under!
Unexpected diver. In Australia, a diver in the Pacific Ocean was simply enjoying the beautiful view of fish swimming around. Suddenly, a figure appeared that looked human at first, almost like another diver approaching. But then it revealed a fish-like tail. The shape matched exactly what people describe as a mermaid. This became another strange addition to the recent mermaid sightings. Coastal skeleton. People walking along the British coast were shocked when they noticed a strange creature lying on the sand. At first, they thought it might be a whale or a seal, but as they got closer, the shape didn't match any known animal. The skeleton had a clear torso and a long, powerful tail. More beachgoers gathered, and soon police arrived and sealed the area to stop the crowd. Then came the reveal. Experts said the remains matched descriptions of a mermaid skeleton. And judging by its size, this was no small being. It suggests mermaids are not limited to one place. They exist across the world's oceans, hidden until moments like this force the truth into the open. Familiar bones.
Melody?
Yo, you don't have shoes on, man.
Yes, you don't have a right shoe on.
A family was enjoying a quiet picnic on the beach when something caught their attention. Pale bones were seen near the shore. As they walked closer, what they saw didn't match any normal sea animal. As photos spread, people noticed a disturbing match. The remains looked almost identical to mermaid skeletons reported on the British coast and other shores years earlier, and the resemblance was hard to ignore.
Is that a mermaid?
There's a mermaid.
How do you know?
Mermaid capture. This discovery changed world history forever. A team of scientists was called by fishermen after they pulled up something far more unusual than their normal catch. Trapped inside the net, on the ocean deck, was a large shape with a moving tail. At first, it looked like a giant fish, but as they watched closely, the truth became impossible to ignore. It matched every detail of a legendary mermaid. The scientists quickly secured it and transported it to a laboratory for testing. Within hours, the area was sealed off from the public. This suggests that the authorities now know that the creature from the old ocean myths is real, and they want to keep the proof hidden. Mallorca capture. While fishing off the coast of Mallorca, Spain, a fisherman captured a shocking sight on camera that stunned viewers worldwide. The footage was blurry and hard to see, yet it felt too real to brush aside. On the rocky shore, a strange shape lay unmoving. Its figure was unlike anything seen before. The lower half looked like a fish, but the upper half appeared almost human. People couldn't stop watching, questioning if they were seeing a real mermaid or something even stranger. The clip spread rapidly online, triggering theories and non-stop debate. Was this a rare look at the impossible? You decide. Resting on rock.
Seal, man.
Tourists in Israel were recording the beach when one of them suddenly pointed toward a rock near the waves. A strange figure appeared to be resting there. At first, they assumed it was a whale, but as the camera zoomed in, the shape looked disturbingly human, like a mermaid. The creature slowly turned its head and seemed to look directly at the boys filming. Seconds later, it slipped back into the water as if it never wanted to be seen.
What is that? Oh my god! What is that?
Resting on rock.
Seal, man.
Tourists in Israel were recording the beach when one of them suddenly pointed toward a rock near the waves. A strange figure appeared to be resting there. At first, they assumed it was a whale, but as the camera zoomed in, the shape looked disturbingly human, like a mermaid. The creature slowly turned its head and seemed to look directly at the boys filming. Seconds later, it slipped back into the water as if it never wanted to be seen.
What is that? Oh my god! What is that?
Silent custody.
इसको फुल टाइट अचानक पकड़े कुछ भी नहीं कर सकता है जैसे मछली कैसा चीज है
In Pakistan, villagers made a shocking discovery that authorities had been trying to catch for years. A real merman. Villagers surrounded it, unable to believe their eyes. Now, the merman is under inspection by officials, but there's been complete silence. No one has spoken publicly about it yet. With the authorities keeping the details hidden, the mystery only grows.
क्या करे यार वो आदमी इसका फंसा हुआ है एक बार इसको निकाले सारा चीज हो
River discovery. You won't believe what a tourist in Poland stumbled upon. While walking by the river, he secretly filmed something unusual. Scientists appeared, carefully holding a being that was clearly not human, lifting it onto a stretcher as if handling a delicate secret. Once the video surfaced, speculation went wild. To locals, the river area always had a mysterious reputation. Locals told stories about mermaids in the water, and fishermen were never allowed to enter there. Could they be using fossils to recreate real mermaids? Given the area's mysterious history, no one knows for sure, but it definitely got everyone talking. Chile figures. A woman in Chile captured something truly strange on camera. In the footage, several figures can be seen moving together through the ocean in a way that doesn't match normal sea life. Some viewers say it's just a group of whales passing by. Others point out the shapes look far too human-like, almost as if they're swimming upright, more like mermaids or sirens than animals. What makes the timing interesting is what happened nearby. After the recent earthquake in Russia, many believe deep ocean activity may have disturbed something hidden for centuries. What's your take on it? Let me know. Dried mermaid skeleton. A strange figure was discovered washed ashore after an unusually high tide by the cleaning worker. It was tangled in driftwood and broken branches, a small, dried-out body that didn't look natural. The details were alarming: a tiny skull, thin arms, a visible spine, and a lower half that appeared fused into a tail. The remains were preserved enough that the shape was clear, and many who saw it immediately on the shore said it looked like a mermaid skeleton, or perhaps a long mortal species that links humans to the sea. The question now is not just if mermaids are real, but how many different types of them are living in the ocean. Beach sighting. The ocean sometimes reveals visitors we were never meant to see. A traveler walking along a beach captured a figure in the shallow waves. The upper body looked human, but beneath the water, a long, shining tail moved like a fish. To the traveler, it looked like a mermaid, though some people later claimed it was just a girl in a costume. Days later, a local fisherman said he saw similar figures near the dock, moving with grace and speed. He was convinced it was a mermaid. Soon, it felt clear that the earlier sighting was the same thing. Maybe these encounters suggest folklore was never only a story. So next time you walk the beach at night, don't assume the water is just for fish. Baby mermaid. Beachgoers in South Africa were left frozen when they came across an unbelievable creature washed up on the shore. It was not a whale, not a dolphin, and not any known fish. It was a small body that looked half human and half fish, with tiny arms and a tail, like a baby mermaid. What made the scene even stranger was that it didn't appear completely lifeless. People nearby whispered and stepped back as authorities arrived quickly and took the creature away for further study. Since then, no official details have been shared. The silence only deepened the mystery. Rising tail. This video has confused every single viewer. In the footage, a dark creature can be seen splashing inside the water. At first, only movement was visible. Then, for a brief moment, a long tail rose above the surface, while the rest of the body stayed hidden beneath the water. Because similar sightings have been reported before, it could have been a mermaid beneath the surface. With only a short clip and no clear view, what was really in the water remains unclear. Pale rock figure. This final sighting left viewers deeply unsettled. In a remote, misty coastal area, a person filming the shoreline noticed a figure sitting motionless on a rock above the water. When the camera zoomed in, the shape became clear. It appeared to be a half-human, half-fish creature, completely white in color. The pale skin and still posture made it look almost ghost-like, exposed far from the water. To some, this felt like a warning. If such beings are real, this moment suggests they are no longer hiding. They are watching from the edges, choosing when to be seen. Drone sighting. A marine biologist was flying a drone over shallow coastal waters, expecting to record ordinary sea life. Instead, the camera captured something unbelievable. Deep below the surface, a figure moved quickly and smoothly. This wasn't a shadow or a blur. The drone recorded a clear, steady view of what looked like a mermaid swimming freely. The fact that this footage was captured by a marine biologist's professional gear means that even scientists can no longer deny the truth. Experts are now worried about how many mermaids are living near our shores. It is clear that we are sharing the coastline with them, and they are always watching us from below. Turkey, near miss. What if a fisherman tried to prove a strange sighting, only for the proof to slip away at the last second? A fisherman in Turkey returned to the same waters where he had earlier seen a humanoid shape moving in the sea. This time, he came prepared. He set up a camera and lowered his net, hoping to capture clear evidence. The camera recorded something moving with purpose. Convinced he had finally trapped it, the fisherman pulled up the net. It was empty. The footage confirmed he wasn't imagining things. The near miss proves that these figures are real, intelligent, and fast enough to avoid the traps of humans. The fisherman had the proof of the humanoid encounter, but the full image of a mermaid is still not clear. Lifeless creature. The story of the woman-like figure on the beach spread fast online on a Florida beach. Photos showed a shockingly real body, human-shaped chest, hands, and a clear split into a long, heavy tail. It looked so detailed that people argued non-stop. Some experts tried to explain it away, while others said this was finally proof of a real mermaid. The video felt too perfect to ignore, and many believed officials would be forced to admit the truth. Later, it was confirmed that the body was not real. It was a highly detailed prop, carefully made by artists to look exactly like a lifeless mermaid. That answer solved one mystery, but raised another. If artists can make something this real, what happens if a real one appears? Would anyone believe it, or would it be dismissed as just another fake? Think about it. Dana Point. A video shared online quickly went viral, featuring a stunning drone view over the ocean near Dana Point, California. Viewers noticed several figures leaping through the water, leaving strange splash patterns behind. Many jumped to the idea that they were mermaids straight out of legend. Later, the real explanation came out. What people were actually seeing was a large group of dolphins moving together. What first looked like a fantasy moment turned out to be a rare and impressive scene from nature itself. Blending swimmer. A fisherman was filming a calm moment in the ocean as dolphins swam and leaped in front of his boat. At first, everything looked peaceful and ordinary. But when the clip was replayed, viewers noticed one figure seemed different among the dolphins. It was almost like it was trying to blend in. The video was short, but enough to spark attention. Many pointed out it was a mermaid moving with the pod for cover. The ocean is vast, and the smartest beings in it may know exactly how to stay unseen. Tiny mermaid.
Holy what the hell is that?
What is happening?
A local was walking along a quiet riverbank when something unusual caught their eye near the water's edge. He picked a tiny skeleton, not belonging to any fish or any known animal. The bones showed small arms, clear ribs, and a spine that didn't end in legs, but in a long, fused tail. The remains were carefully collected, and whispers spread fast. It looked like a mermaid skeleton. What stood out most was the size. These bones were very small, suggesting it wasn't fully grown. These beings may not live only in deep oceans, but could be moving through rivers, closer to us than anyone expected.
Ma, you see this?
No.
Juvenile sighting. A group of friends went fishing at a famous lake inside a forest, expecting nothing more than a quiet day. But soon, they noticed a black shape moving across the water's surface. It didn't look like any fish they recognized. Curious, they tried to capture it, and succeeded. That's when they realized it was just one of their friends wearing a wig, playing a prank. Moments later, the situation changed. The same black shape surfaced again, but this time, it was real. Before anyone could react or explain what they were seeing, the video abruptly ended. Later, the group claimed it was a juvenile mermaid. They left immediately and never shared the exact location, saying it was to keep the mermaid safe. Ocean rescue. What if the biggest catch you ever made was worth experience than money? In Sri Lanka, the fisherman and his crew caught a creature that was half human and half fish, tangled tightly in the strong rope. It was a mermaid. The crew could see the fear in its eyes and the struggle in its powerful tail. The fisherman knew this living thing was worth a fortune, but he saw its desperate attempt to breathe. Instead of calling the authorities, the fisherman made a quick decision. He grabbed a knife and started cutting the net. The crew watched as the legendary mermaid was slowly freed. The mermaid quickly slipped back into the cold water, leaving behind a clear message. The ocean holds living things that are not meant to be caught. UK sighting. This case surfaced from the 80s era, and at that time, it became a hot story for the media.
These officers stopped before arriving at the coordinates. They had gone on record and admitted that they'd mistaken an animal for a live man overboard on their way to their destination.
During a UK Coast Guard training mission, officers spotted a strange being in the water. At first, they thought it was a man overboard. But instead of rushing in, they slowed down. Curiosity took over when they saw a ridged head that didn't look ordinary. What caught attention was the similarity. This being looked almost identical to others filmed years apart and thousands of miles away. Even more strange, in 1865 flyers showed a near-matching figure long before modern cameras existed in the USA. Officials called it a seal, but the resemblance to mermaids continues to fascinate and baffle. What do you think? Comment down. Mexico mermaid reality. Local media sparked a craze after reports of a mermaid washing ashore in Veracruz, Mexico. People were stunned. Its gills, fins, and tail looked uncannily real, and rumors spread fast online. Soon, it was all over the area that the mermaid was finally found. Some demanded investigations, convinced authorities were hiding the truth. But as the story unfolded, the shocking reveal came. It wasn't a mythical creature at all. The mermaid was actually a hyper-realistic prop created for a 2011 film set in the Caribbean. Experts explained its lifelike skin, anatomically accurate spine, and detailed tail had fooled even seasoned observers. What looked magical was art, not mystery, but the illusion was perfect. Buried bones.
No.
As the sand cleared from the beach, the Coast Guard spotted a bizarre skeleton, half buried in the grains. A long spine and wide ribcage suggested a body far larger than any normal marine animal. The bones stretched many feet along the shore, hinting at a creature unlike anything commonly seen. Some whispered it looked like a mermaid skeleton, similar to reports from the British coast. Authorities dismissed it, claiming it was just a dolphin. But the ocean had revealed the bones, and perhaps, just for a moment, a secret it wasn't ready to fully share.
That's a full-on dolphin.
Naval encounter. A viral video recorded by sailors from the Taiwan Navy has sparked intense curiosity online. While patrolling open waters, the sailors noticed a strange figure moving in the ocean and began filming. For a few seconds, the shape appeared human-like, rising and dipping with the waves in a way that didn't look like any known sea animal. The sailors believed they had captured a mermaid. Others argued it could be an illusion caused by water and light. Still, the movement and timing left many unconvinced by simple explanations. The short clip continues to fuel debate, leaving one question unanswered. Was this a trick of the sea, or something not meant to be seen? Boatside figure. A group of fishermen off the Florida Keys said their quiet trip took a shocking turn when something rose beside their boat. For a few seconds, they saw a human-like figure with shimmering scales and bright, piercing eyes swimming just below the surface. It moved smoothly, keeping pace with the boat, then suddenly dove straight down and vanished before anyone could get closer. The fishermen didn't chase it or shout. They simply stood still, trying to understand what they had seen. No clear footage followed. No official explanation came later. Only a shared memory of a moment that didn't match anything they knew about the sea. Snake-like shape. This sighting was recorded in Subulusalam, Aceh Province, Indonesia. A woman filming near the water noticed a long shape moving across the surface and said it looked like a giant snake-like creature. The movement was smooth and stretched across a wide area, which made it stand out. It might be just waves or water currents, or maybe a group of starlings flying low together, creating an illusion. There is no clear answer yet. The clip remains unclear, and without closer footage, it's hard to say what was really seen. Zimbabwe dam case. You might think a dam is only about water and pipes, but in Zimbabwe, one project took a very strange turn. In 2012, workers were installing a water pump at a local dam when the pumps suddenly became blocked. Divers were sent down to check the problem. When they came back up, they refused to return, saying they had seen a mermaid underwater. Officials didn't believe them and brought in outside divers. But after going down, they reported seeing the same thing and also refused to continue. Soon, locals shared their own stories, saying mermaids had always lived in the dam. The project was eventually stopped, and the dam remains unfinished, leaving the mystery beneath the water unanswered. Twin sightings. Now this is something truly creepy. Until now, every supposed mermaid sighting showed them staying underwater, carefully avoiding human attention. But this footage is different. Two mermaids were seen openly sitting on coastal rocks, almost as if they were resting after a long swim. They appeared relaxed, making creepy sounds. After a short moment, both figures smoothly slipped back into the sea and disappeared beneath the waves. Dockside creature. Over a dock, a man spotted a bizarre creature struggling to get back into the water. Its appearance was creepy, twisted limbs, strange skin, and a shape that looked almost like a mutated mermaid. Though the man's sighting was brief, it left a lasting impression. Now, marine researchers have taken note of the spot, studying it closely in hopes of capturing more evidence. The ocean revealed a strange being, yet most of its truth remains hidden. Unknown swimmer. This video is another addition to the strange sightings happening worldwide. In the waves, someone recorded a swimmer, but it wasn't human. A long, fish-like tail trailed behind as it moved. The clip was short, but viewers immediately noticed the familiar shape, saying it resembled mermaids seen in previous sightings. With the ocean still largely unexplored, this sighting reminds us that there may be countless secrets hiding just beneath the surface, waiting to be discovered. Brief emergence. On October 19th, 2024, boaters off the coast of British Columbia, Canada, had an unforgettable encounter. A mysterious sea creature surfaced from the water, catching everyone's attention. Some thought it was a sea lion, while others guessed an elephant seal. But no one could say for sure. Nature always has a way of surprising us, and moments like this keep the mystery alive. Silent custody. An anonymous video surfaced online showing a strange creature far down a quiet beach. The camera caught it resting at the water's edge, slowly flapping a powerful tail. It looked exactly like a mermaid. This sighting didn't come alone. Similar clips have appeared from Alaska, Greenland, riverbanks, and remote islands. At this point, it no longer feels random. These beings aren't hiding anymore. Maybe the oceans are changing, or maybe they've decided it's time we noticed who has been there all along. Thank you very much for watching the video. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.